Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much. My name is Lynn and this is Passionate Heart Tarot. So I just wanted to bring you guys something fun, like a nice little pick a card video. We are going to look into how this person that you have on your mind, he or she, how they truly feel about you deep down inside. Regardless of what they show you, how are they feeling? What is in their heart? What is on their mind? How do they feel about you and this connection to you? So it's a pick a card, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently because I don't have like set piles for you guys to pick, because I wanted to go through and like give a fresh shuffle each time. So I'll have 4 different items and just pick whichever one speaks to you, whichever one that you feel compelled, like whatever's drawing you in, pick that one and it'll correspond to your reading. All right, you guys, so again, thank you for everything. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun for me to make, and if you want to see more pick a cards, there will be a playlist linked below. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, and share, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, you guys, let's take a look and see how does he or she truly feel about you deep down. What is really in their heart? What is on their mind? How do they feel about you and the connection to you? So this energy is flying out, right, of thinking of you all the time. And it's kind of driving them crazy. So they try not to think about you, and all that does is make them think about you even more. This is something like they're thinking of everything that you guys have gone through. I mean, it's funny because it's like the mistakes here. So just know that this person is dealing with a lot of stress and has a lot of regrets, especially about what they should have said to you. You know, because it's like wanting to offer you an apology, wanting to take back like any harshness that they put out there. And it's something that they're always thinking of a way to do it. So I wonder if you guys are distant from one another right now. I see that energy because I see where someone wants to like close a gap, reach out, talk, apologize, has you on their mind all the time, and then starts to kind of let their mind go to a dark place and think pessimistic thoughts when it comes to this connection. But you know, it all stems from being so emotional towards you and the connection with you. So that's a strong message to just see that come flying out. Let's look even further and see, how do they feel about you? So the initials B and J are here, so that might be significant to you, as well as Leo's energy. So and it's there again. So you guys might have Leo in your chart, or be dealing with someone that does. This person on your mind might have Leo in their chart. You just have to know how happy you truly make them. There's so much regret because it's like they want to hold on to this. They're thinking of you constantly. They want to offer you an apology. I mean, I just wanted to peek there and see what was under. I see some Gemini energy. So you have to know that this person truly loves you, looks at you as a match. And they have a lot of regret. They look at you as someone that they're supposed to have so much more with, that they're supposed to like reach milestones with, come together and create something with. I want to tell you how much they want to reach out and talk to you. They want to hear from you. They feel like there's so much mystery now in this connection. They have a lot of respect for you, and they understand why you have to hold back now in the way that you are. They just hope that there's going to be an awakening, so to speak. They hope that things are going to be put out on the table. And once they are, and once you guys can talk, they're hoping that you will accept their apology and that things can move forward, because ultimately you bring this person so much happiness. You make them feel like they've blossomed and that they've come so far. And what they really want to do is reach out to you in a very affectionate way. I wonder if they have already, because it's something that they're longing to do. I see the way that they feel very tender towards you, and it's like they want to take care of you. You're precious to them. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. They look at you as someone who's important, that makes them so happy. And just to see the level of regret that they have and how they're still holding on to the love that they feel. I know that, mistakes could have happened, or maybe they were, it's like the words that they said, they could have, been short with you, or whatever it is that they said, because I see like this jagged energy. They want to take it back. They do. They want to take it back. They want to talk to you. Okay, I want to look at this Leo energy that's here. I'm telling you, they're waiting because they feel like they've invested in you. They feel like, you know what, even if you haven't had that much time with this person, the experiences were of the utmost quality. So it doesn't have to be like years and years together with this person, because it's like each time you were together, you made them so happy. So they're holding on to that, and they're hoping that they're going to actually be able to make something out of this connection, but they feel like you don't want to talk to them. They feel like you're being very guarded now. And I'm sure that you have a reason to feel that way. But that's important for you to know, especially if you are ready to let your guard down, because this person wants to talk to you. And what could be holding them back from making an approach is like this belief that they have that if they were to approach you, they might be met with a lot of resistance, and it's resistance like that could lead to arguments. It could lead to the two of you saying things that hurt one another. So it's like they're taking a step back. They're thinking about it, thinking about you all the time. And they just want to see where this can go. Let's look into this high priestess. Because part of them feels like that the two of you could have something special. And they're looking at you, wanting you to like follow your intuition, because they feel like that they are sorry, that they don't want to be apart. Like how they really feel. They feel like you feel the same signs, you feel the same pull. So let's not let anything stand in our way. Let's not let anything come between us, because that we have something special, and like we're destined to go down a path together. That's what that energy is. So to see this lovers come through, I just have to emphasize how special you are to this person. Okay, I want to look at it. And just know for sure there's a love there that's very genuine that they feel for you, and it's very real. So it's not only being in love with you, it's feeling like they want to protect you as well. And they're really beating themselves up about thinking of the ways that they've hurt you. And they don't blame you for being mad at them, because you've forgiven them over and over and over again. So they don't blame you if you want to like pull back, if you want to have your guard up. So there's a lot of acceptance here and really owning up to things. All right, I want to look at this high priestess. I mean, I kept seeing that. So it's the same thing that Spirit is telling me, because they feel this energy is very powerful. Some of you might be like two women in a relationship, because I just see a lot of feminine energy that's here. So they feel like, yes, they want to talk to you. You still make them so happy, but they know that they don't always make you so happy. You know, they feel like you're upset with them and that they don't want you to feel like they've taken your kindness for weakness, that, you know, they've taken the way that you have overlooked things with them, because they're thinking of you all the time. So I know how much regret that this person feels. So there's a lot of energy about wanting to approach. And then at the same time, they have this idea in their mind that if they were to approach you, you wouldn't be open to it, you would be mad at them, and you would reject any kind of romantic offer that they tried to give you. Pisces energy is here as well, you guys. So you might be a Pisces, or your person might have Pisces in their chart, or you might have it in your chart somewhere, because that energy is here. So just know the bottom line about this person's energy is that they're thinking of you all the time, trying not to think about you, and then it just trying not to think about you because part of them feels like it's at a standstill and like it could be a dead end because they don't know how to move forward. So that's why they try not to think about you, but then they're thinking of all these ways how they're gonna like prove themselves to you, how they want to apologize. They really want to talk to you because they love you, absolutely do. You make them so happy, and they just feel like, I want to reach out, but are they going to be open if I do? So it's important because some of you might be ready to hear what this person has to say. You might be ready to accept their apology. So if you are, you might have to take a step to, you know, because some of you might have this person blocked. That's what this energy is. It's kind of at all costs, like, I'm gonna protect my heart, and if I feel like I don't want to talk to you right now, I'm gonna find a way so you can't contact me. So if you are ready to be over this energy and you want to let this person in, because remember, this is how they feel. They feel like you have your guard up all the way. So you might want to take that step to unblock them, and you might be surprised at how fast they reach out to you, because this is someone who is longing to reach out and send a message. So yeah, let's look into that Page of Wands. And it's going to be a very positive message. They want to apologize again, and they want to tell you what you mean to them, how happy you make them, how they feel like you are their person. It's very affectionate. I mean, there's so much emphasis here on wanting to come back to the connection, you know, because they just feel like there's too much distance between you guys. I can see where they just want this period of separation to be over. Now, for some of you, you could just be like having issues with this person, and you feel like you're drifting further and further and further apart. Even if you haven't literally walked away from the relationship, that's also important, because from that perspective, I see where they really want to bridge the gap. So, you know, for some of you, you might still be with this person and just be very emotionally distant from them. And that is not what they want. They want you guys to come back together, to mend the connection, to be happy. I want you to know that they have a lot of respect for you. To see this Empress's energy coming through, whether you're a man or a woman, they look at you as someone that's like a prize. They look at you and say, you know, that's someone that you marry. That's someone that you really invest with, that you have children with. That's someone that you come together and create, because they think that you are very stable, that you could offer stability. So they respect you. So they want to offer you stability as well. So just know, I mean, they have a lot of respect for you, and there's just so much emphasis here on wanting to talk to you, wanting to clear the air, wanting to put their feelings out there on the table and see how you feel as well. Okay, you guys, so that is what's here. Let's take one look into this Seven of Cups, because this is it is flattering energy, because you have to know that they can't get you off of their mind. But they're also torturing themselves, you know. It's so for some of you, you might decide after you see this, you might decide that you want to talk to them. now that you know how they feel. And others of you might decide, like, you know what, not yet. I'm glad I know. I'm glad I know how they feel about me, and I'm going to make them wait longer. So just know that really the power is in your hands when it comes to this connection, because there's a true longing from this person to hear from you, to talk to you, to reach out to you. There's a true longing that they have for you to let your guard down, listen to them. They want to apologize. They do. So just know that you hold so much power here, because where this goes ultimately will be your decision, because they're open. They want to come back to it. They want to bridge the gap, mend the connection. So they're kind of leaving it in your hands. So it is up to you. Yeah, because you see how they feel powerless here with this Ace of Wands coming in reverse like that? That is how they feel. There's such a fear of you being out there and being single and, available. It's just something that they do not, I mean, and there's that energy again coming through, because they truly love you. And I know that a lot of you are listening to this and thinking, well, I love them too, but maybe, you just need more time to make a decision. There's things that you need to work through. And I know for many of you, you will, because that bond is still there. The connection is not done. But I know some of you feel like you need to work through how disconnected you felt with this person. So it's not like it's a jealousy. It's a fear, because they look at you like, well, who wouldn't want to be with you? You could walk out of your door and meet someone like that. They just have you up on a pedestal in their mind, and they look at you as someone that's very special, very physically attractive, that just has so much to offer. So just know that they are beating themselves up. They feel powerless now. So if you had this goal of like wanting to teach them a lesson and like, cutting off the communication, just know that you definitely proved yourself, because now they're just really wishing and hoping that they can hear from you, that maybe you can even like text them, take a baby step to open up the communication, because this is someone who wants to be very open and honest. All right, you guys, so that is how they feel about you. So with that, let's move on. All right, you guys, let's take a look and see how this person feels about you, how he or she feels about you. What is in their heart? What is on their mind? How do they feel about you and the connection with you? Let's ask Spirit to show us. So I can see some Taurus energy here, Pisces energy is here. Whoa, this is like wow. So there's a very, very strong pull that they feel towards you, almost like it's a destined path that they're meant to go down. You have to know, oh my gosh, because I see this energy of distance coming between you guys. I wonder if this is someone that you've broken up with, that you have on your mind. Because for some of you, you've broken up with them. Oh, this is special. Very, very special. For some of you, you've broken up with them. And for others of you, there's just like this energy of distance coming between you guys. You might feel like you're growing apart, or at least that's how they feel. But what's funny about it is like, they think that you think that, like there's distance coming between you guys. The bottom line is they want to bridge the gap. They want to come back together. They want to get back together with you. They want to make up. They want to get things on good terms. I have to let you know that they've thought a lot about how they were so focused on like what was lacking before, because now there's so much emphasis here on the balance, seeing things for how they are. There's like a newfound sense of appreciation that they feel for you, because you see in this card where this person is truly sad because they realize what they lost and they're thinking about it, and then they're thinking about the role that they played in things like toppling over and becoming so messy. So it's like they're thinking, you know what? I let all of these things get in the way. Some of them are very petty. And after a lot of thinking, they're realizing how you were always by their side, how you were always there for them, always supporting them, always had their back. You know, it's funny because what's behind this person, because they were so fixated on like everything that was lacking, everything that was going wrong, everything that they wanted to be different. And I wonder if they were treating you in a way that you just felt so unappreciated, felt like you were an option, like nothing was ever good enough for this person. So just know that they've done a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, especially in the time that you guys have been apart or not speaking or just like distant from one another. They're thinking a lot about things, thinking about your feelings. So I know that they're definitely growing, they're reflecting, and they're also empathizing and feeling like guilty about things, guilty about how they didn't cherish what was there when they had it. You know, and it's no coincidence that I see the beautiful connection that was by their side the whole time, this kindred spirit. So there's no coincidence that this is here, you know, that this is underneath, because they want to come back to the connection. They look at you as someone that they just want to make a true solid offer to. They want to marry you. That really is the bottom line. And if you are already married to this person, they want to rekindle it. They want to fix it. They want to get on the same page, so you guys can get back to a place where you can see eye to eye again. Just know that they are very, very serious about you. I mean, there's so much emphasis here on wanting to marry you, because this is, reaching out and asking for someone's hand in marriage, taking the connection very seriously and wanting to offer something so stable. You make them so happy, and when you're out of their life, they're just so depressed. So I know that there's a lot of sadness that they feel, and they've thought about things, and they do want to marry you. I mean, there's just, look at this energy here of marriage. It's incredible. Look at that. You know, we can see a very traditional, like they're looking at this connection in a very traditional way, because they know that when they have a person like you, that is someone that you do not let get away. You don't let a person who's would just make an amazing partner, an amazing parent, you don't let that person get away. So just know that they want to right the wrongs, they want to fix the mistakes, they want to like make it very clear to you how they feel. So I wonder if they feel like they've let you down, because there's so much energy here of closeness. You know, with this kindred spirit connection, just know that you guys have had many lifetimes together, but I'm sure you can feel that in the pull that's there that keeps the two of you together. So just know that when you guys are in this kind of connection, you will be very, very sensitive to one another, maybe even overly sensitive about things. But they don't want to hurt you, and they never wanted to hurt you or hurt your feelings or anything like that. And they want you to know how much they truly do cherish you, and they just want you to see that. They do. They want to come back to you. Come back to the connection with you, give you stability, put you up on a pedestal, and like come together and start something. I mean, really start something this time with a different mindset, with a focus on coming together and creating something, like a family, a legacy, a path. And especially with all of this major arcana that's here, they take this connection with you very seriously, and they look at you as someone that they're supposed to be with, that they're supposed to achieve these things with. There's no pretending what that is, and the soul ties that the two of you have. So I want to look at the Six of Pentacles because they acknowledge that they might have made you feel from time to time like you always kind of had, like they never gave you enough. That's what I can see. Like they were always paying attention to everything else and not you, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's like their friends. Because I know at times where you might have felt like you were not a priority, like you were not being treated the way that you deserve. And they know that, they realize that. So this person truly has empathy. They've truly thought about things. You know, they're not like some kind of heartless person because they see things from your perspective now. Even I do acknowledge though the hurt that they've caused. So I just want you to know that. Because they're thinking about, you know, why didn't I give more when I had the chance? They were reaching out to me and telling me that they want more of me, and I could have given more of myself. I could have spent more time. I could have done more things. Even the littlest things would have meant so much to my person. So these are all the thoughts that they're having, and what they want to do now is really make it right. I mean, in the most beautiful way. For some of you, I see a lot of energy of wanting to make like a very materialistic gesture towards you, whether that's like buying you like something significant that will let you know how they feel. Now I know materialism is not important to all of you, but that's how they look at you. Like you deserve so much. So I can see where they want to make this gesture. And I mean, it's deeper than that though, because this is truly about marriage. I mean, this Ace of Pentacles, it like represents asking for someone's hand in marriage. This Ten of Cups is the love that they feel for you. They're absolutely in love with you. You bring so much joy into their life. Okay, I want to look at this. So yeah, just know that so the energy is like they want to make up for the time that's lost. They want to make up for the way that they should have been when they had the chance. So I wonder how many of you have literally like broken up with this person, because that's what this is. Let me see this. I mean, just look at this energy of how, I mean, these cards, like just look at it. Look at the same energies repeating over and over and over again. Do you see this? Look at that. So it's like further emphasis from spirit for you to really take the message in and claim it and know that this is how they feel. You probably are wondering like, well, why haven't they reached out yet? For those of you that they haven't. They wonder, are you going to be open to hearing what they have to say? Because they feel like you feel this. Ultimately, you do. They feel like you love them too. You want to be with them too. You want to really see where things can go. You want to end up together in a very serious and committed way. But their fear or the blockage that's here is well, if I make this approach, are they gonna unblock me? Are they gonna listen to me? Or is this gonna be something that we just start like arguing and disagreeing with one another and like it gets nowhere? So if you are open to hearing what they have to say, like if you feel like you're ready to, it is important for you to know that they do feel you're in this energy of being very guarded, very protective, because they know you don't want to be vulnerable. They know that you don't want to be hurt again. But that is, you know, how they're looking at you as someone who might not be open to hearing what they want to say. All right, I want to look into this Taurus energy. So the thing about it is like they're kind of leaving it in your hands. If you give them an inch or if you open the door a crack, they will like come plowing through because they don't want to be apart. So they're kind of like, well, I want to make this right, but it's also up to my person to like give me a sign and show me that we're going to get things on the right path, that we're going to end up together. So I mean, just Such a strong message of the commitment that they feel towards you and how they feel like you two are destined to be married, destined to have children, destined to come together. I mean, just look at this energy here. So it's just being emphasized over and over and over again. This Taurus energy, it relates to tradition, stability, being on the same page, having the same values, having the same goals in life and also romantically. They feel like you guys are in sync with one another, and they want to prove it. They want to get a chance to show you, to make it right. And they feel like that's what you want as well. So again, like you might have a lot of Taurus in your chart, or this person that you have on your mind could, but ultimately it just shows how they feel like this is a sure thing that the two of you could have. I mean, they really do want to make that commitment to you, to make the vow's already there, even if you haven't discussed it, even if you haven't like taken vows with this person, because I know some of you might be married to them already, but it's beautiful because it's like an unspoken vow that's already in their heart. And to see this energy repeating, I think it's in your heart as well. All right, I'm gonna look at this Empress here. And just to see all of this major arcana come through, it's a strong message from Spirit because it's about the stability, it's about the destiny, it's about the path that they feel so motivated to take because they feel like it's right. I mean, they really do. All of this major arcana, like that's the majority of your reading. So I know that this is something that you are destined to have in your life. It's destined to work out. And it's destined for you guys to come back together. That's why this Wheel of Fortune is here. So there's a lot of beautiful messages for you. Sorry if you guys hear a guy whimper like that. I think he's having a nightmare over there. But they do. They're so sad without you, but they feel like ultimately you want this too. Things are going to work out. You guys are going to get back together and you're going to make a commitment to one another. They just want you to please give them a chance. Please be open. Please allow yourself to be vulnerable. Please open up your heart to them again. That's what they want to tell you. That's how they feel. They want you to, but then they don't know if you're going to like be open to hearing what they have to say. I want to look into this Pisces energy here. I mean, it's like the bottom line is there's an apology that they want to offer for, again, making you feel like you are not at the top, because what they want you to know is you truly are their number one priority, even if they're distracted at times, even if you feel like you're not. They so want you to know that you are, and that's how they truly feel about you, even if they don't always show it when they should. They want you to please accept that I'm not perfect, but please know what my intentions are towards you. My intentions are to create a life with you, marry you, treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. So it's like they want to just kind of have a fresh start, like kind of like a do-over where maybe you don't forget, but you can forgive, and it's like a clean slate. You guys can move forward. There's so much emphasis here on wanting you to let your guard down and just feeling like, I'm sorry if I took you for granted because I really didn't mean to. But they also acknowledge the way that they were and that they could have done so much better. And now they want to. So it's in your hands. That's how they feel. But they're really hoping for another chance because they feel like you are the one, their destiny. And they feel like you feel it too. All right, you guys. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. And let's move on to the next one. All right, you guys, let's take a look and see, how does he or she truly feel about you and the connection with you. You know, what is truly in their heart? What is on their mind? How do they feel about you and this connection to you? Regardless of how they act, what is in their heart? Let's see what Spirit shows us. So I can see this Pisces energy coming through. So you guys might have Pisces in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone that does. I see where this person's energy is like they're very defensive when it comes to you. It makes me wonder what's going on with you guys for them to be in this energy where they just feel like now they have to protect their heart. They kind of feel like they're not ready to face you, to see you, to let you, be around them. This is someone who feels like they really need more time. But I have to tell you that they are slipping further and further away from you as time passes. I can see someone who is in the energy of like kind of accepting that they might have to start a new chapter in their life, although it's really not what they want to do. But at the same time, they feel like it's best for them because they feel like they've done so much more and just weren't really treated the way that they deserve. Like they gave so much more to you and they felt like it was never reciprocated. They kind of felt like they always had to beg for like your attention, your time, your affection. So I know that this is not the easiest message to hear, but I also know that you might need to hear it, and because you might want to make a gesture towards this person because they are waiting. They haven't let go yet. Just because you guys are drifting apart, it doesn't mean that they're still not there, because what I'll tell you about this energy is they're still invested in you because they feel so much emotion. And it's something that when they start to think about walking away, they don't know what's ahead of them. So they don't really want to walk away. They want you guys to get back to a place where you can fix things, where you can make it right. But then again, at the same time, they're afraid. They're afraid to they're afraid of even what they're going to see, because at times they feel like you weren't always truthful to them. So it's not easy for them to open their heart now because they feel like you don't care for them. You don't feel for them the way that they feel for you. And if that's not true, you're definitely going to have to make a gesture towards this person so they understand that you do want to be with them in the same way that they want to be with you. Because they're still here. They haven't let go yet, but just know that they're really opening up to the idea of starting a new chapter in their life. They're kind of visualizing it. So just know, like through visualization, that's when the manifesting will come in. Because they just want to feel like it's safe. They want to feel like they're free. I mean, this person they're really longing for like peace of mind and freedom. And they question whether or not they'll be able to have that with you. So it does make me wonder what you guys have gone through, to see, how emotional they are and just how still invested and stuck they are, but yet still wanting to break free. But then in the back of their minds, thinking maybe it could work. So they're obviously very torn. But just know, since they're torn, you still have the chance. You still have the chance to kind of prove that you do feel what they feel. But I can see where it probably would be best to not push this person because they're in the energy of they need their space now. They need that distance. They need to be able to think. Okay, I want to look at this Two of Wands here. Because this is the energy of like, I need to be guarded. I need to protect my heart. I don't really want to look at you. I don't want to see you now. So I know that's not easy to hear, but it is important for you to know how they feel. Because honestly, like the biggest problem here is they feel like you could have done so much more. They feel like you held back so much. Like you never gave what they gave. So to see this Virgo energy, and then do you see the energies repeating like that? It's a very strong message, like it's emphasized from spirit over and over to let you know that they need time. They're still here, but they're not exactly open. So if you do make a gesture towards this person, you'll definitely want to make sure that it's of the utmost quality. It's not about like the quantity here, it's about how meaningful the gesture will be, or like whatever you say to them will be, because ultimately they do want to open their heart. They do want to let their guard down. They just want to feel like they can be free and they can be happy and like they can trust this connection without, moreover, that they can trust their heart to you and not have to worry. Because that is one of the biggest problems is they just felt like they weren't treated right. And that they deserve to be treated like as an equal. They deserve to see someone who's also giving 100% into this connection. That's like the biggest grief that they have about things. But just know, if you choose to make a move towards this person, you just want to make sure that you do it the right way, because as you drift further and further apart and they start to look at the other chapter that could open in their life, you're not going to get many more chances. So if you approach them in a way that they feel is like, okay, you didn't listen to anything that we talked about, you really don't see things from my perspective, they are going to walk away from this because there's just so much defeated energy that they feel like the spark is out and they don't really know how to rekindle it. And that part of them is like, I don't know if I really want to. So they are confused, and just know that the moves that you make next will definitely play a major role in where this goes, because there's like that shred of hope that they're holding on to, even though they do feel so defeated about things. So Cancer's energy is coming through as well. So you guys might have Cancer, Pisces in your chart, or be dealing with someone that does. But I will tell you, like, if you make the wrong move, and you'll know what to do, because I feel like this person has like been very open about what they want, what the problem is, why they feel so distant from you. So it is important for you to reflect on that, because you'll know what to do. So it's like if they feel like you approach them and like the energy remains the same, nothing's changed, you still don't get where they're coming from and what they want, they're going to move away from this very quickly. It's almost to even like prove a point to you that they're not always going to be here waiting around. All right, I want to look at this Hanged Man. I'm telling you, they're open for like one final gesture. They are. But if it's not done in the right way, they're going to say, you know what? I can't wait around for this. I need to find closure. I need to move forward. So what, like, the key takeaway in this spread is for you to know that they do want you to make that gesture. I mean, really, they want to see that you've empathized with them, that you understand where they're coming from, that you can give what they're giving. And a lot of this is just emotion. So they do want it. They do. And you're going to have to make sure you do it the right way, because if not, so just be very mindful of what you say. Now is definitely not the time to joke around or to act like it's not as serious as this is. And I say that because in your person's mind, this is like a make or break. Like the next few steps, the next few experiences, it's going to be a make or break situation, because mentally they're already preparing to like let their life go in another direction. That's why these cards are here. So the chance is still there if you do it the right way. So really you're going to have to, if you want to keep this person, you're going to have to do what they've been asking you to do, because it's kind of like an ultimatum. I know you may not feel that that's fair, but then from their perspective, they feel like you haven't treated them fairly either. So I wonder if you feel like maybe you'll know what to do if you're ready to take the steps that they want to take, or to show them what they want to be shown. You'll have to decide, like, okay, I'm ready for that. If not, then you might want to walk away from this as well, because that is ultimately what they'll decide to do if they feel like you don't show them what they've been asking. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm on their side. I'm just saying, like, this is how they feel. I know it's like, I don't mean to like be offensive, but knowing how they feel gives you a leg up. So you can strategize and you can decide, okay, now that I know how they feel, I know what I'm going to have to do. Or if you're hearing this and like, what? They feel that way. Well, forget them. I'm going to go in my separate direction. Either way, that this is what's here. Okay, I want to see this Two of Wands. I'm telling you, it's a make or break situation, because there's still an opportunity. So you'll have to decide, like, if you want to take it with this Gemini energy that's here, because they don't it's not easy, but they will let go even though they don't want to, because they feel like there's so much potential in this connection. Ultimately there is, because they're thinking back on the experiences that you've had and how you do bring a lot of comfort to them and they bring a lot of comfort to you. So I know that you guys have had very positive experiences and have planned for the future together. But they're like, is it real? Do you really mean it? Do you really love me? That's what this person is saying. Like, are we going to have this future together, or are you just going to keep making it like lopsided and not doing what I'm doing? Because they feel like you're not showing them that you are as invested as they are. So just know they feel like there's a true disconnect with you guys. And that you're supposed to be their future. You're supposed to be their person. But then again, at the same time, what about what they're supposed to be shown from you? So you can definitely make it right. And it's what they want you to do. So the next moves that you make, you'll really have to think very carefully and just make wise choices, because they are watching you, and the next thing that you do will determine whether or not they stay and invest in this connection, or they choose to take a whole new path and close the door on this and move on. All right, you guys. So I know that that might not have been the easiest thing to hear, but I hope you can take like the positivity from it and knowing how they feel. And if you want to remain in this connection with them, what is fair to them as well as what's fair to you. All right, you guys. So let's move on to the next one. All right, you guys, let's ask Spirit to show us, how does this person truly feel about you? How does he or she truly feel? Regardless of what they show, what is there in their heart? What is on their mind? How do they feel about you and this connection to you? let's see what Spirit shows us. Wow, there's a lot of anxiety that this person feels. So Libra energy and Pisces energy is coming through. So you might have that in your chart, or this person that you have on your mind might have that energy in their chart. They feel like there's like a huge injustice and they're not being treated fairly. The thing that's sad about this person's energy is like they're starting to internalize it and think, well, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently to change this outcome? So you'll know if you've put them through something that was very unfair and that they didn't deserve. And the sad thing is like they're thinking of where they were lacking to make you treat them this way, because honestly, they feel like you don't love them. They not truly. They feel like they've put in so much, been very open with you, very generous, like put their heart on the line, and they feel like they never really got that, or at least they're not getting that from you right now, because they feel like they have to like really beg. They have to beg for your time, attention, energy. And they just kind of feel like you have them here and you're just stringing them along. I mean, this is how they feel. So I don't mean to come across as like harsh, but that's this person's energy, and they just feel like, am I an idiot? What am I doing here? What, like, really, what am I waiting for? Is this ever going to happen? Is it ever going to move forward? I feel like I've put in so much effort and gotten so little in return. So on the one hand, they are upset with you because they feel like you've just treated them wrong and it's not fair, and they feel like you're not genuine towards them. But then again, they turn that inward as well, and they just beat themselves up. But they feel very trapped. So I know where part of them is still hanging on, is still willing to see if you're going to show up, so to speak, if you're going to put in what they're putting in into this connection. But I have to let you know that this person, they're very hurt. They have so much on their mind, and this is something that's weighing on them. And you might find they might even get physically sick, like headaches, because they're just thinking about things so much and just turning it inward, and being mad at themselves for accepting what they know that they shouldn't have. They just want you to do right by them. They just want to feel like you love them too. And they just want to feel like they're not an idiot for holding on to this. But there's a lot of energy here of injustice, and it's like it's not fair, it's not right. And they feel like they know they deserve what's right. So this person is in a very, very vulnerable place when it comes to you, because what they want is for you to feel what they feel. So it's sad because this person's energy, they feel like they've held on to things longer than they should have, and I can see where they are very vulnerable and still have this shred of hope. So they might continue to hold on to this because it's just like they're stuck, they're waiting. They feel like you're stringing them along, but then they're like, okay, well, they pull me closer, but then they push me away, but then they won't let me go. So they're just in a very vulnerable and very confused place. And just feeling like you're not treating them right. There's just so much energy here. Do you see these scales in Libra's energy coming in reverse? And with this King of Cups, they honestly just feel like they're all alone in the love that they feel. Oh my goodness. But so this Aquarius energy is coming through as well. So you guys might have Aquarius in your chart, or this person that you have on your mind could have it in their chart. They feel utterly, utterly disappointed because they really had plans for the future and what this could be. They had a whole vision in front of them for what you guys were supposed to achieve together. They look at you as someone that they wish could be theirs because you have everything. You are so physically attracted to this person. I mean, you're probably like the most beautiful or handsome person that they've ever seen. To see this energy come through of the star, because it's like, wow, could they be mine? They would feel so blessed to be able to have this connection with you. But they feel like you're playing games with their heart, you're playing games with their mind, and you ultimately don't want what they want. I wonder if I wonder if someone has turned down a marriage proposal here, because there's just a lot of emphasis on the future and creating something like a wish coming true, coming together like in a serious commitment, and they feel like it didn't happen. So for someone here, you might have even turned down a proposal from this person or a very, very serious offer from them. And just know that, I mean, they're so down. They feel like this beautiful picture that they had is gone, like they can't see it anymore. They still want it, but then they want you to want it as well. Because being with you would mean everything to them. So you have to know how much they love you. And you know, all of these emotions that they feel about being mistreated is because they love you so much, and they want you to do right by them, because I can see where this person's intentions towards you are to just give you whatever they can to be there for you. And I wonder if you realize how emotionally invested they are here, and just how much how highly they think of you, how beautiful they think you are inside and out, even though they feel like you keep hurting them and playing games with them. All right, I want to look at this Hanged Man. Oh my gosh, there's Scorpio energy is here as well. So same thing. Libra, Pisces, Scorpio energy is all here, you guys. So you might have that in your chart, or this person could. So they're so vulnerable when it comes to you, because they're longing for a change, but they don't know if it's really going to happen. But in the meantime, they're still holding on. So this is someone who's still willing to kind of let you take the lead. They're like, well, if they still want it, then I want it too. If we're going to move forward, then I'm going to move forward. They just want to heal. You know, they want to be in a place where they know that you love them. And because I can see where this person's heart is so invested in this connection, and to feel like these factors are coming between you guys, I mean, it hurts them, it devastates them. So you have to know, because they feel so deeply, you have their heart. You mean so much to them. And maybe this reading will help you realize like what their intentions towards you are. Because where they stand, they feel like you don't have the same intentions with them right now. So they're in a place where they're trying to figure out what they've done wrong. They're trying to figure out what they can do differently to change this outcome, to get things on the right track. They're kind of like saying, why am I not good enough? Why am I not enough? I wonder what has happened with you guys and why they would feel so strongly like this. I honestly I feel for them because they just feel so terrible and they love you. They really want to be with you and give you something special, and they just feel so tortured now, like so rejected. I mean, that this is someone who is really internalizing things. I will tell you that they're having such a hard time now sleeping because they're replaying conversations that you guys have had over and over and over. Like, I should have said this. Why didn't I say that? How could they say this to me? Don't they see what my intentions are towards them and what I really want? Because now they're in the position that they're in is they feel like, I hate to say it, but they feel like you're just playing so many games with their head and with their heart. And I feel like I'm just putting this person's vulnerabilities all out there. And I really hope that whoever this is, whoever's watching this, that you won't take advantage of this person, because I see how vulnerable they are and that they just want you. They just want this relationship to work, and how they would take more than their fair share of heartache, because it's what they feel is very genuine. And I wonder what this person has gone through in their life where they don't really have the strength to walk away from something that they feel is so unfair. So they definitely have their own emotional issues and anxiety that they're working through. So, you might feel like you have a very valid reason from walking away, but I mean, I just see how tortured this person is by the circumstances, and then also about what they've gone through outside of a romantic connection, because they truly do have a lot of anxiety around them. This person definitely lacks self confidence. I mean, I don't, it's just further emphasized from spirit over and over. So, you know what? I know that I'm really telling you about how sad this person is and how they feel and everything, and you'll know like if you truly played a part in making them feel like there's such an injustice here. But I can see in this person's energy where they really have a lot of work that they need to do on building themselves up and like working on their self-esteem, because you can't be blamed for everything. Because this Eight of Swords energy is like they're honestly putting themselves in this kind of mental anguish, whether they have a condition of anxiety or whether they just tend to overthink and read into every last little thing. So you'll know that if this is a connection that you want to like keep investing in, you'll have to choose very wisely when it comes to this person, because I can see where, I don't say this to put them down, but they are going to bring a lot of emotional baggage to the table, and you'll know what part you played. You'll know what part you played there. But they have their own emotional baggage on top of everything that they feel has gone wrong in this connection. So, I don't mean to like put you down, because I feel for this person's energy and I see how wrapped up they are in just thinking about things and beating themselves up. So you'll have to, you know, choose wisely when it comes to this person and how much more you want to take, especially if you feel like, you know what, they're not a victim. You know, you'll know how you feel about this, but I can see into this person's energy and they do have a lot that they need to work through, especially, you know, to feel like all of this injustice and to still hold on. They really need to look at themselves and ask why they would stay in this place. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed my pick a card or like pick an object video. So I send you all much love and light. I truly do. I hope that you're staying safe and being careful. Thank you for everything. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I can't believe how much this channel has grown, and I have all of you to thank for that. So just know that I truly do appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon.